And so, without further ado, Mr. Pendleton, if you please. Well done. And now, Mr. Zach Drown, Vice President of the Senior Class.
Good morning, class of 2014. I hope you're all doing well today, because finally, our time has come. Congratulations, we've made it. The past 4 years have been quite a journey in the very least, and I could take no greater pleasure in welcoming you all here to our senior last assembly. Each individual in our class has distinct talents that separate us from everyone else, and yet, when we come together as the class of 2014, we are something greater. As it goes, all for one and one for all. However, like many great things, it must sometime come to an end, but rather than mourning the departure of good friends or celebrating graduation, we should take time to reflect upon all the positive moments in such an influential period of our lives. This is not the end, only a new beginning, and you have all earned to be where you are now. Emerging from the lagoon to turn into Minutemen, Hawks, Huskies, Mules, Goats, and the many others I cannot list in a short speech. Live it up, Dolphins. Today is your day. Next, I would like to introduce Michaela Watley for her musical number.
I'm Michaela Watley, and I'll be singing with my sisters, Kiara Tiara and Victoria Wonko. We're singing Gone Too Soon by Simple Plan.
Hey there now, where'd you go? You left me here so unexpected. You changed my life, I hope you know, 'cause now I'm lost, so unprotected. In the blink of an eye, I never got to say goodbye. Like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. You were gone too soon. You were always there, like a shining light on my darkest days. You were there to guide me. Oh, I miss you now. I wish you could see just how much your memory will always mean to me. In the blink of an eye, I never got to say goodbye. Like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. Gone too soon. Shine on, onto a better place. Shine on, we'll never be the same. Shine on, like a shooting star, flying across the room, so fast, so far. You were gone too soon. You're part of me, and I'll never be the same here without you. You were gone too soon. Shine on, you were gone too soon. Shine on, you were gone too soon. Shine on, you were gone too soon.
Next, I would like to introduce Hannah Deppin, the class secretary, with the class history.
Good morning, everyone. Seniors, it's finally here. Senior last assembly. We've seen this before. We should know how it goes. The band plays Pomp and Circumstance, we hear speeches reminiscing about our time as a class, and we march out of the gym. But as predictable as the itinerary may be, the past 4 years of sitting in these bleachers and watching other seniors have their moment at senior last assembly could not have prepared us for how it feels to be here today. It's bittersweet to wear our gowns and sit with the knowledge that by tomorrow afternoon, DY High School will be a completed chapter of our lives. When we sat through this assembly as freshmen, we could not have known where our high school careers would lead us. We were still adjusting to the big school. There were blue teams and red teams, green days and white days, Yarmouth kids and Dennis kids. It didn't take long for us to realize that there was always something happening at our new school. On Friday nights in the fall, we stood in the stands and learned the cheers at our very first football games. In December, we fought over frosting and candy canes at the gingerbread house contest. In March, we came out in flocks to see our friends in the theater company put on a spectacular performance of The Sound of Music. And at the end of the year, almost exactly 3 years ago, we watched in awe as the class of 2011 burst out into a flash mob. At times, all this excitement seemed daunting. Luckily, there were guidance counselors, mentors, and freshman seminar classes to help us navigate the exciting new world of DY High School. By sophomore year, we had a little more confidence, and I think we had every reason to. The class officers became leaders, planning a successful basketball tournament and an outstanding Battle of the Bands concert. Later in the year, many of us were there to see our football team become Super Bowl winners. We had a parade of champions to commemorate the football team, as well as the all-star track team and the award-winning marching band and color guard. Not long after, most of us had already ordered our class rings. Though it seemed crazy that high school could be passing so quickly, we were well on our way to becoming upperclassmen. Junior year arrived, and it brought with it a new mix of exciting privileges and not quite as exciting responsibilities. Sure, we had cars and driver's licenses now, but we also had AP classes, SATs, and the dreaded junior research paper. Walk down any hallway during passing time, and you would hear juniors discuss everything from college to homework to prom dresses. Speaking of prom, the students involved in the planning committee pulled off a beautiful Paris-themed event at the Seaview. Coming together as a class and dancing at prom was a welcome relief from the stresses of beginning to form our post-high school plans. And the pace only quickened after that. On our first day of senior year, we arrived to a brand new schedule, marked by the addition of single block Wednesdays. Though this new schedule didn't stick around long, its rapid pace was good preparation, because senior year passed by in a blur faster than even the shortest Wacky Wednesday class. 1 minute, we were at Credit for Life, trying and failing to balance our budgets. The next minute, we were fake singing and throwing confetti in the halls, filming what was indisputably the best DY lip-dub ever made. We celebrated together at Gillette, and we comforted each other at the mock crash. The moments we'll remember best about DY will be these kind of moments. The ones that changed us and made us the seniors we are today, sitting here together right now. And next year, no matter what we do, we'll all be freshmen of sorts once again. We have careers, jobs, college educations, military service, and countless other opportunities we can't even yet imagine lying before us. But the hard truth is, we will no longer be facing these things together. So let's enjoy these last 24 hours or so as Dennis Yarmouth High School students. And when the time does come and we're no longer together as a class, let's remember, as Mr. Morrison always says, that no matter where we go or what we do, we will always be DY Dolphins. One for all and all for one. At this time, I would like to introduce Peggy O'Sullivan.
Alrighty, hello everybody. My name is Peggy O'Sullivan. I'm playing a song for you guys today by a band called Tokyo Police Club. The song's called Favorite Food. This band and this song mean a lot to me because it kind of defines my high school experience. This album, I just have so many memories with it, so I'm gonna play a song from it called Favorite Food. With a heart attack on your plane, you looking back on your days, how you spent them all in a blur. When they asked if you were for sure, let the sugar melt down your throat, 'cause you know it's sweet getting old. With the lollipop and a rose, let the hospital be your home. 'Cause your knees are scratched and your eyes are black. Put a plaster there and I'll sign your cast. In the liner notes at the end, some familiar names in tiny print. On the cover page of the year, grainy photographs, greasy hair. But it's noon o'clock and you're still asleep. Your coffee's cold, your coffee's icy. 'Cause your knees are scratched and your eyes are black. Put a plaster there and I'll sign your cast. This fall too fast. Classic Hollywood as a kid, with the volume up all the way. Things that do the same, and you're right, things are better in black and white. But there's another girl and another day, and your favorite food still tastes the same. 'Cause your knees are scratched and your eyes are black. Put a plaster there and I'll sign your cast. The best and the brightest, turn the televisions on. Is your seatbelt strapped and your helmets are on? Thank you.
And now, class marshals and senior superlatives.
Yeah.
You guys want to hand them out?
Yeah, they're handing them out. Okay. First up, we have Most Involved, awarded to Maggie Perini.
And for the guys, it's Dan Brogan.
Wait till she sits down. Okay, up next, Most Likely to Become Famous, Kyle Pina.
And for the girls, Isabella Marino.
Most Likely to Succeed, Hannah Deppen. You got it.
And Mr. Kyle Pina again.
Okay, class couple. Sawyer Jones and Emily Peterson.
Did most for others, Sammy Tarasconi.
Did most for others for boys, Zach Drown.
Did most for the class, Caitlin Oberlander.
Did most for the class for boys, Zach Drown. I got it.
The best co-ed friends, Isla McClay and Casey Allen.
Hand that to Ellen. Drama queen, Kayla Ralston.
The drama king, Andrew Tardif.
Most artistic, Adrian D'Orlando.
Most artistic for guys, Eddie Callie.
Most theatrical, Susanna Creel.
And most theatrical, Dan Brogan.
Most musical, Peggy O'Sullivan.
Most musical, Ethan Alexander. And I'd like to introduce Maggie Perini, the class treasurer.
Hello, class of 2014 and fellow Dolphins. Our school prides itself on its school spirit. We're always looking for ways to share our love of this school with the community. Now with the addition of the electronic sign out front, it's easier than ever. Our school makes it a point to promote our assets any chance available, which is what made this year's class gift so easy to agree upon. With the class officers throwing...
The Harlem
With the class officers throwing a few ideas around, we decided what giving back It worked. Okay. With the class officers throwing a few ideas around, we've decided on giving assembly backdrops. What they are portable posters that administration or extracurricular activities can take to meetings or assemblies to show reinforcement to the topic, which each backdrop would have a name of the activity written down on them. For example, the band takes trips to middle schools for recruitment. They would take a backdrop saying marching band or band program and display it behind them for the crowd. It creates a new way of to show school spirit and support of the programs here at DY. And for all future graduating classes of DY, I just want to remind you that our school spirit sets us apart from all of the high schools on Cape. So let's keep that energy alive for the rest of DY's history. I would now like to introduce Zach Drown for the foreign exchange speech.
Hey again, guys. Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School has a lot to offer in its academics, athletics, and music programs, among others. But one thing that continues to stand out as a sign of diversity for our school is the foreign exchange. From all over the world, other daring high school students have made the choice to come here and become part of the DY community. To leave behind everything they've known and become a Dolphin, well, is nothing but a tremendous honor. And pardon me if I get these names pronounced wrong. Isak Stalin from Sweden, Federico Rossi and Chris Marcancini from Italy, Nick Herr from Germany, and Nil from Turkey. Thank you for everything you have done to contribute to the DY community. Immersing yourselves in the DY experience, so to speak, every one of you has influenced the school in a way that has molded it into something stronger than it was before. Be it through athletics, clubs, band, or any other endeavor you underwent, you have made friends and formed strong bonds, hopefully ones that will tie you back to Cape Cod, your home away from home. On behalf of the class of 2014, we truly appreciate your involvement in making DY even more spectacular of a place. And as you proceed to head back to your homes and get back to your regular lives, remember that you will always be an inhabitant of the lagoon. Thank you. Next, I would like to introduce the foreign exchange students, starting with Neil. And everyone else.
I would like to say something before I start my speech. When I first came at school, at DY, one of the first things that everyone told me was, "Oh my God, are you excited for the speech at the end of the year in front of the whole school?" I think that people couldn't realize that I was scared enough to be here by myself in a new school, and that the first week of school was probably not the best time to announce me scary things like that. But I'm finally here, with my speech in my hands, ready to share my last memories with DY. But first, let me introduce myself to those who don't know me. Friends, teachers, and administrators, hi. My name is Neil, and I'm an exchange student. I came to Cape Cod for the first time on September 4th. And coming to America was one of the toughest decisions I had to take so far in my life. Why would I leave my family, my friends, my school, to go by myself in another country to be surrounded by people that I don't know and don't know me? Well, it actually didn't take me that long to make my decision. Convince my parents was probably the hardest part of the job. But doing this, I was sure that I was about to live a crazy year that I would never regret. And guess what? I was right. I touched DY's ground for the first time on September 9th, and the first student that I met was Tyler Gleason. Thank you, Tyler, for showing me my way in the hallways and introducing me to all of my teachers during a week. It wasn't easy at first to find my way in the hallways, and when I finally thought that I was ready to find my way by myself and told Tyler that I didn't need his help anymore, I got lost again the next period. So I was walking around in the hallways, wandering my way to get to my math class, and I saw Jake's staff. I didn't know him yet. We had a class together, and I was desperately trying to get to my math class, so I awkwardly asked him if he could show me my way. So thanks, Jake, for your help. When I came to DY, there were a few things I wanted to see and to do to validate that I was in an American high school. I definitely had to see the yellow buses. This is probably the most American things that I wanted to see. I thought about becoming a cheerleader, buy a sweatshirt with the name of my high school printed on it, go to a football game, and I'm grateful to the football team for making it to Gillette Stadium so I could see a Super Bowl for $7. The one thing I was really scared of, I think, was probably the lunchtime. I knew no one knew me, and I didn't know who would like to sit next to a half French, half Turkish girl that they didn't know. But thank God I saw Tyler again, and I asked him if I could sit at his table. Thank you, that was really helpful. I would like to thank also all of my teachers for having had the patience to understand my accent and sometimes pretend they were understanding what I was saying. But I would like to thank them all for the help they brought me all along the year. In particular, Dr. Kosher, Dr. Kosher for helping me almost every day in extra help and teaching me how to write an English essay and never giving up, as well as Mr. Brennan, my history teacher that was always willing to help me. Unfortunately, these two teachers are not here today, but I'm still really grateful for the help they brought me. Thank you, Mrs. Bose, for always having been here for me during the hardest time of my exchange year and always helping me. My dad told me one day, the only thing you have to be scared of in life is yourself. You can work hard enough to achieve your goals, but you can't force yourself to like something you don't. You have to make the right choices in life and guarantee yourself that you have enough patience to keep it up. Well, I decided to share that with you today because this is what I repeated to myself every day, and this is how I achieved my goals and can now consider this year as a successful one. I would like to give that advice today to all the students of DY that are working hard every day, and to the seniors that made it until graduation, and for some of them that are looking forward to attend the nation's most prestigious schools. My exchange year is soon over, and I will leave my family and best friends to return to my family and best friends. Thank you, DY, for having shared all these beautiful memories with me, and I hope that next year I will be able to come back to see again all my friends and the class of 2015 that I belong to graduating. Thank you.
Whew. It is an experience to talk in front of excuse me. Whew. It is an experience to talk in front of 900 people in a foreign language. But I will introduce myself. My name is Isak Stålhand. I'm from Sweden, not Switzerland. It was difficult to write a speech about my year and exchange student that had been around 3 to 5 minutes long, but as my parents and my host parents always say, always do your best and you should be fine. In August 2013, I flew thousands of miles away from my country. I only knew myself and no one knew me. And look at me now. Most of you know something about a little blonde Swede from the country close to the North Pole with basically no sun and Vikings with cool helmets running around fighting polar bears. Not real, right? Now, there are no polar bears and there are no Vikings, but I wish. Believe it or not, the weather in Sweden is quite similar from where I live to Cape Cod compared. And something that's a big difference is the population. There are almost as many people living in New York City as there is people living in my whole country. During my year, I have learned how to better respect people and support others, and experienced a lot, such as sailing as a crew with John Donahue, which is quite a scary thing to do. I got to know many many people and meet so many people, and not only Americans, but Italians, Germans, French and Norwegian, Chinese, and more. And I've already made plans with them to go see them in their countries. And I realized, though, even a lot of things have been checked off the bucket list. There's yet much to be seen in this country, so I will be coming back. One of the things I've learned is that no matter what experience it might be, I had many good and bad experience, but no matter what it is, you always gain so much experience and maturity from it. And that are what's created me who I am today. I would of course like to thank DY and all the staff for making my year such a great year and teaching me so much. And even though I had to wake up 6 in the morning compared to 7:45 in Sweden, I do enjoy arriving to school because I knew I would meet my friends and would meet my wonderful teacher that would teach me something new every day. DY really took good care of me as an exchange student. And thank you to all my teachers for teaching me so much and not giving up on me, even though I sometimes look like a question mark, asking questions with a Swedish accent. In addition, I would like to thank John Downs for helping me through the first messy days of school. Thank you. I would like to thank Laura Vrobel for making friends with me the first days of school, which is both brave and caring, and is today one of my closest friends. Thank you. DY sailing team, I had tons of fun, and a lot of what I learned I would bring back to Sweden and teach the sailors in Sweden. So I would like to thank my second host family for welcoming me into their home. And I traveled with an exchange program called CCI and STS, but Yarmouth Rotary Club took care of me like one of their own. They're an amazing group of people. And thank you, Yarmouth Police Station, for letting me be an intern at the station. My brother and I are devoted to become police officers when we grow up, like our dad, and being an intern at YPD has really meant a lot to me. And thank you, Steve, Spike, Miss Feedy, Miss Blauner, Angelo, Amanda, and Kyle Vanko for giving me rides. Without you guys, I wouldn't make it. Thank you. And thank you, Nicole and Spike, for being a great supervising and helped me throughout my internship. But most of all, I would like to thank my host parents, Steve and Jill, for being the most amazing host family I ever could have dreamed of. And I got a shout-out request from my advanced leadership class. It was Mary, Jacob, Ian, Kevin, maybe? So I hope that satisfies you guys. As an exchange student, one gets such a great perspective of how other people live somewhere else in the world and begin to realize, yes, this country is not the same as my country and there's an ocean between us, but we're all humans on the same earth. So doing an exchange in a different country is truly amazing. I will bring back what I learned and tell my perspective on the United States, and hopefully I've been a good person representing Sweden. If you sometime in your life get the opportunity to do an exchange, maybe in a few weeks, I do recommend you to do it. It gives you something that might change your life, or at least extend your perspectives. The end of my year is approaching fast. 11 months is a good amount of time to be on an exchange, and soon it's time to go home. My family will fly over here and we'll spend some days together on Cape, and then our last day is New York City before I go home, July 11th. So, good luck, all seniors. You are the future, and I know you will do good. So in closing, I would like to end with a quote from your own Dr. Seuss, and that is, "Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Go Dolphins." Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Nicholas, and I'm from Germany. Appreciation is when one realizes that somebody else has done something nice for them, and a special connection has been made. When people selflessly spend time and energy so that you feel good, and this is something that you should appreciate. This is a situation where you have to say thank you, and where you have to show that you appreciate the effort that was given for you. I did not always appreciate enough what people had done for me here at DY, and I didn't always say thank you enough to the people who helped me throughout this year. So I do want to take some time now to thank a few people, or a few groups of people, who made this year a lot better and more enjoyable for me. I didn't appreciate enough you guys just coming to me and to talk about Germany and why I am in America and what I'm doing here. To connect with people, to just have somebody to talk to when you don't know anybody here, and when I was alone here, this feeling of loneliness or just like being alone was suddenly gone. And that's why I want to thank all of you who just came to me for like 2 minutes and just like talked to me. I didn't take enough time to say thank you to all of my teachers who spent time helping me when I was struggling with a task or when I didn't know how to say something because of my lack of vocabulary. Because when I first came here, I felt shy and I didn't always understand everything people were saying. So I really appreciate the teachers helping me with the stuff like that and subjects and stuff like that. Also, I want to thank the football team for bringing me to Gillette Stadium and all those games, because this was just like an amazing feeling to be part of a team, to stand on the sideline and just watch people just smashing each other. It was really fun. So it was an amazing feeling, and I really want to thank every single coach to just like let me in the team and to help me. I want to thank the school for letting me study here, because without this school I would probably not have been able to come to America, and I'm really thankful for this opportunity. I would like to tell all the seniors who are leaving the school now, if you have the opportunity to get to another country, to visit another continent where you have different experiences, different cultures, different food, like kinds of different passions and different sports and stuff like that, if you have the opportunity to go there, just do it. You won't regret it, I promise. If you can study abroad, do it, and appreciate and respect everything that this country has to offer to you. Thank you.
I got a drink here. Okay. Hello. For those who still don't know me, I'm Federico Rocchi, otherwise named as Freddy or Fede or Fede. I like them all. I'm an exchange student from Rome in Italy, and I've been here since late August living with the Connor family. So, you know, I kind of it's weird right now because I've been a fair amount of time thinking about what to say in this speech. But right now I'm just staring at you guys because what I see is a bunch of great-looking folks who are going to graduate tomorrow. And I mean, I'm probably one of those folks too, which is just mind-blowing for me. Since the first day of school here, as Neil said, everyone just told me about this last day speech, and it kind of freaked me out. I've heard multiple times people telling me to remember their names or particular events, or one time like even the name of their dogs, I'm not joking, and during this speech. I'm sorry I couldn't manage to make it happen, but I prepared a speech that allowed me to share my, my thoughts about an exchange year. What is probably surprising for some of you is that everyone here has been involved in it, which is just mind-blowing again. I want to start with a thank you right away to all of you. And thanks to everyone who's here, the staff, and the school. I just want to talk about an exchange here because I think it includes every one of us. In fact, an exchange is something we're all going to face right now that high school is finished. I was looking back in the last months, and the main thing I can affirm is that an exchange is simply change. Expect your future exchanges in college to be rapid, to be brutal and colorful and amazing, unexpected, sometimes overwhelming. Most of all, constant change. I hope you all like change. I love that. It's a change in lifestyle, in country, maybe for some of you just state, in language, in friends, family, houses, just everything. I came here with the idea to be an engineer, and then I thought that maybe psychiatry was the right field for me, and now thinking about business, you know, like how the heck is it possible to change from medicine to engineering to business? And I have to thank the wide range of classes in DY that helped me to figure it out. And also the teachers really are great, they're awesome, awesome humans. I just want to thank him. Anyway, now I can say that an exchange is going from thinking you know who you are to really having no idea who you are anymore and finally being someone new. But not entirely new. I'm the same person I was before I came here. But now what I know is how it feels like to be on your home, away from your home. You know, with no one you really know. And I found that it's totally doable. And it can be great. Exchange is thinking all the time about everything. About why I'm here and not back home. About how my friends don't know that girl I'm going to react when I come back in Italy. About all the past experiences that you gave me the opportunity to enjoy. The Super Bowl, guys. Huh. I bet that the goofy fancy team can't even be compared, not even remotely, to the family you are. And I just want to say about that, I hope you still remember where we have to go. Starts with an N, you know? Still have 10 days to do it. Let's go. And what else? Oh my God, so much. All the new things I could have experienced only here in the US, thinking about who is hanging out where this weekend, about when I could finally start to massage Cape Cod's awesome summer, like this winter was endless, really. Thinking about life, raising my head and looking at all the beauty surrounding me, again, makes me feel so peaceful inside. But exchange really is people. Those incredible people who look at me like I was an alien with a non-terrestrial accent. True story. I still have this strong accent, which at the end, I'm proud of. Those people whom I didn't have the opportunity to know better, and those people who I had no idea what we were talking about. And all those people who invited me to their homes, who kept me sane, who got so used to my accent that they could actually translate what I just said in, real English, who became my friends. And I would just say some names like DJ and Peggy, Pierre, and Connor, Ellie, and everyone else, Angelo, who feels like having connected with me in some way. All the football team and the sailing team. You have to know that exchange can also be uncomfortable. It's feeling out of place sometimes, like a fifth wheel, not even a third wheel, a fifth. It's bugs and bears. Can be frustrating, like turning 18 and not being able to buy a dang beer. It's growing up, realizing that great people can be found everywhere, and that it only depends on you how good your day is going to be, or the whole year, or the whole period of college. You got my message. So I'm almost done. Just let me thank all the other amazing exchange students, like Nicholas and Neil and the others, who have been part of my year, always there to back up each other. So guys, exchange is everything. And exchange is something you can't totally understand unless you've been through it. And I really hope that my share of thought is not going to be useless, but that now you will be able to enjoy your future exchange to the fullest. Peace out, guys. I'll never forget you.
Hello. Oh, this is scary. Let me just start by saying that I'm really glad to share this experience with all of you. This has been one of the best years of my life. Being away from home gave me a chance to look at myself, who I was and who I am. I was shy, so shy that I could pretend to be sick rather than talk to you on this stage. Living away from your family on the other side of the world, speaking a different language, is scary. I realize it now that it's been 11 months that I did something to be proud of. At the beginning of the year, you can be a little bit nervous of meeting your host family, your classmates, scared of rejection, of being alone, scared that it will be different from what you expected, of not liking it. However, I didn't go through all these because I had the luck of meeting wonderful people, here and outside the school. The hard part is in the middle of the year, when things settle down, become a routine. You go to school, you do your homework, you go to sleep, and you go out on the weekends. You start to think more about your family back home, and you become more homesick than ever throughout the year. I felt this way. The only thing I wanted to do was stay home and Skype with my best friend. I'm lucky because I realized that it wasn't the right thing to do. I had to enjoy this once-in-a-life experience and be grateful for the time I had to spend with all of you. It wasn't easy, but then the yellow bus would come out from the corner, and I knew exactly that I wanted to be here, in this country, in this amazing school, and nowhere else. Living in the USA was my dream since I was 8. Although at that time I thought that America were just composed by New York, which I imagined like a big Lego city. Then I grew up with the idea of American high school. I told my parents, and that wasn't easy. My mom missed me so much, I almost feel guilty, but I know she's proud of me because I'm more independent, confident in myself and the choices I make. I am more open-minded than I was before. Being here and experiencing a different culture, a different lifestyle, and a different language has changed my perception of life. I'm so much more aware of the world now, and when I get back, I can't wait to pass on all my new knowledge. Being forced outside your comfort zone is a scary thing, but I realize now that really just an opportunity to try new things. People are asking me if I would do it again, and I would. I gained so much: lifelong friendships, career goals, personal growth. So the only advice I could ever give it to you is don't be afraid of trying new things. Talk to people and ask for help. Don't be afraid of being out of your comfort zone, of speaking out, of being afraid, and of being who you are. Now I would love to take a minute to thank everybody. The first day of school, I didn't know where I was, neither what I had to do. The schedule looked like a paper with a bunch of strange letters put together. I didn't know where I was supposed to be, and I was afraid of being late. I was afraid of being late to be introduced in front of the entire class, like in the movies. Because I was shy and my entire knowledge about American high school came from movies. But then I soon found out that you guys are simply amazing. Everybody was including me, teachers, staff, and students. I felt relief, and I started loving this school and the people. I think I've never wanted to go to school so badly like I did this year. The teachers should be proud of every single one of you and should know that they have created not just a school, but a community where people help each other. One thing must not end here: school spirit. When you care so much about your school, you care about the people you share it with. And this is the most important thing. I will never forget the cafeteria, the gym, the art wing, the library, the main office, the Pledge of Allegiance, which I memorized just 2 weeks ago, the yellow bus, of course, the DY band, the Wave Kids, all the staff, again, the teachers, the football team, my volleyball team, my friends, and my family. I want to thank all of you. Without your wonderful presence, this experience would have been over sooner. Somebody asked me why I always smile, but not now because I'm nervous. I think I've explained it why. I lived my dream. I could not be more happy but sad as well because it's soon over. I will go home in 11 days and with a love for this country that I'm afraid will never leave me, and I will be a DY Dolphin forever.
Firstly, I would like to apologize for any discrepancies in my speech. Didn't mean to do that. Next, I would like to introduce Susanna Creel with the music selection.
Hi, I'm Susanna, and this is Deja Penn. She'll be playing for me when I'll be singing Let It Go from the movie Frozen. footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like the swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. And the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. I'm one with the wind and sky. Let it go, let it go. You'll never see me cry. Here I stand, and here I stay. My power flurries through the air and to the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go, let it go. Like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. That perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway.
That's one tough act to follow. I'm Casey Allen, president of NHS, and I wrote a little something for you guys. 'Twas the week before graduation, and all through the school, seniors were working hard, trying to follow the rules. Our tests were all taken, our pencils put away. We say goodbye to friends, because at DY we cannot stay. Some of us played sports, others took to the stage, some heading off to college, others to earn a wage. For those of you fighting for the red, white, and blue, I would like to say good luck, and more importantly, thank you. But school is never over because homework has to be done. We would fall asleep anyways and tell our parents that I had none. They wouldn't believe us when report cards came out, but we thought, senioritis has struck, no need to shout. From administration to guidance and our fabulous teachers, they always supported us filling the bleachers. From Key Club to Yearbook to Student Council and more, we served our community well with volunteer hours galore. As president of NHS, I want to let you know that leadership, scholarship, service, and character are requirements you need to show. Demonstrate culture and be a volunteer. Show that you're a student and respect your elders and peers. The talent show and the Battle of the Bands drew big crowds full of loyal fans. Mainly because of the beautiful MCs like Jess, Spike, and Staff, JK, just me. Everybody hates 722 but loves 204, but I wish I had another year in high school, just one more. Whether it was at b-ball games or under the lights, it was all so great, except that dress was a little tight. As a class, the last 4 years really brought us together. Who knew this short chapter would shape who we are forever? Dolphins stick together and swim in a pod and do nothing short of dominate Cape Cod. Whatever the future may bring, I hope it turns out right. So happy graduation to all, and to all a good life. At this time, I want to call up Keith Barnachet and Miss Hudson to help hand out stoles. Jessica Ball. Oh, sorry. Please hold your applause to the end. My fault. Jessica Benoit. William Blake. Daniel Brogan. Rachel Bunce. Kristen Biot. Jonathan Cabot. Corey Campbell. William Campbell. Connor Coughlin. Audra Crowell. Shelby Dara. Hannah Deppen. Sean Donahue. Michaela Donahue. Marilyn Donovan. Adrian D'Orlando. Zachary Drown. Jacob Eno. Manon Garelay. Thomas Ice. Paris Jamil. Catherine Kearse. Patrick Koryak. Jason LaValle. Catherine Lynch. Brianne McGee. Aaron McNamara. Tiffany Moore. Michael Morlock. Araya Nunes. Caitlin Oblander. Tori O'Day. Chase Arava. Jacob Paulina. Emily Peterson. Kyle Pina. Kayla Ralston. Suhaiti Regis. Abby Richards. Elizabeth Romano. Hannah Smith. Joseph Stafford. Mary Stafford. Andrew Tardif. Samantha Terrasconi. Keith Barnachet.
And Casey Allen. Teachers, administrators, why do we do what we do? It's an unusual job. You go into it hoping that it's not going to be like all those other jobs where you go, you spend 20, 30, 40 years doing it, and at the end of the day, it didn't look like it really meant much. You made money, probably were successful, but did it matter? We're lucky enough to be in a field where it matters. The three people I'll introduce in a moment are retirees aren't going to have to worry about that question. They will enjoy retirement. But I don't think they're ever going to have to say, geez, I wish I had done something else. I could have made more of a difference. Our three retirees, I'm going to ask them to stand and be recognized for their contributions to education, for always working hard and struggling to make a difference. This year's retirees, Mr. Paul Fazina, Miss Mary Ellen McTague, and Mr. Michael Grenier. Thank you for everything. And now, a selection by Ethan Alexander.
There we go. All right, so I'm Ethan Alexander, and I've been waiting for this moment for so long because DY really made me into the person I am today, and I don't know, I'm very musical, and that's what I depend on in life to make me happy and everything, and that's what I find is important, happiness, and this song is very important to me as well. It's I learned it probably my freshman year, but it's going to stick with me for a long time, and DY's memories I've made are going to be followed by it as well. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can hear me. So, yeah. So you think you can tell heaven from hell, and blue skies from pain? Can you tell a green field from a ghostly rail, a smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell? And did they get you to trade your heroes for ghosts, the hot ashes for trees, the hot air for a cool breeze, a cold comfort for change? And did you exchange a walk-on part in the war, or lead role in the cage? How I wish you were here. We're just two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl, year after year, running over the same old ground. Have we found the same old fears? I wish you were here.
We're a high school, so we're about academics. We have some tremendous athletes in sports programs. We have some phenomenal arts in the music. But at the end of the day, we often say, it's the academics. Are we getting the job done? And the answer, of course, here, as I look at all that yellow and gold, yes. Last night at the awards evening, I shared with our community, this year, there are 6 seniors with over a 4.0 grade point average. 6 seniors. For some of the underclassmen who are perhaps not as oriented towards GPA, grade point average, and looking at colleges yet, that's an incredible achievement. In order to break 4.0, fundamentally, you have to get an A and everything, and you have to take about a dozen honors and advanced placement classes in the course of your high school career. That's an incredible achievement. We have 30 seniors who have a 3.6 or above, which means fundamentally A minus B plus range in everything. Again, you have succeeded academically as a class. And it's not easy. Sometimes people like to talk about, oh, somebody's smart or they have some natural talent. That might help you on the occasional test or some specific assignment. But if you look at your educational career, starting in kindergarten and coming to today, many of you have closed in on 12,000 hours of school. Some of you almost broke 10,000, but that's a different discussion for another day. But if you've really been committed and went to school most every day since kindergarten, that's amazing. You spent 12,000 hours with us to get you here for today. And in the end, we'll recognize everyone's achievements because it's a great success. Traditionally at a high school, we also recognize the top 2 students in the class. Those students who found that way to always work a little bit harder, a little more effort, so that they are ranked number 2 and number 1 in the class. This year, in the class of 2014, our salutatorian, the number 2 student, earned a grade point average of 4.0875. Hannah Deppen, congratulations. In the valedictorian, the number 1 student in the class of 2014 has earned a grade point average of 4.1557. Incredible. Kyle Pina. Well done. And now, I'd like to introduce Mr. Michael Grenier, our athletic director.
Good morning. Nice to see you all. As I said last night, this is the best part of my job, is that I get to give awards to kids who are deserving, and good kids get good things. First award was earned earlier this year in the month of September. One of your fellow students earned the MIAA Student of the Month Award for a selfless act during a cross-country meet where one of her fellow teammates was off the track. She went back, stopped her race, got her teammate, and then got back in the race and finished. This shows us what a true teammate is, someone who is selfless, worried about their team and making sure that they finish and they accomplish what needs to be done instead of looking at their own. Please, Mary Stafford, come up, get your award. Second awards are all scholastic awards. You can be good for your team, you can be good in the league and get an award. When you are recognized above by everyone for the all scholastic, that means you've achieved at a level that is recognized by your peers throughout the state. For our all scholastic awards, first one goes out to Spencer Tyler. Our second all-scholastic award goes out to Michael Dunn. The next award goes to not a student, but a coach. With all our good teams and those people who are achieving above and beyond, they need someone to lead them, to show them the way. The Division 4 Coach of the Year, Coach Funk. And last but not least, my favorite award. These awards are given out to students who show what it is to be a Dolphin. We have the students like Michael and Spencer who are recognized because they are exceptional athletes and clearly rise above. We have all the others, all the rest of us, who work hard. And I've said it again and again and again. Athletics is most about hard work, showing up, working your best every day. Who are our hardest working people who put in the effort day in, day out, to be what they are? These awards, the Dolphin Awards, are awarded to students who have shown exceptional effort throughout their 4 years and who work hard both athletically and academically to achieve what they have. I can't think of two more deserving people to receive these awards. I've watched these two grow from freshman year to the senior year, work hard and become exceptional people and exceptional athletes and academics. Our two awards go to Zach Drown. And Adrian Diolando. Mr. Pendleton, Educator of the Year for 2013, who presents the Educator of the Year Award for 2014.
Good morning, student body, faculty, guests, and of course, the senior class of 2014. It's my honor to stand before you today and announce this year's Educator of the Year. When I look at the list of amazing educators who have been bestowed with this honor since 1983, I am humbled to be on that list. To be recognized by this large and diverse faculty when there are so many teachers that are just as deserving, it means more than you could ever imagine. I can assure you that this year's recipient is well deserving of the honor. This teacher is not only an accomplished educator, but an outstanding leader and an exemplary model to other teachers. I'd like to read you some of the faculty comments of this year's recipient. One says, "In the classroom, this teacher is regarded with intellect, wit, and willingness to educate all students so they can achieve their personal best." Another says, "In my opinion, the most knowledgeable and high-level professional at DY, caring, helpful, a supportive colleague, and a great mentor." And one more says, "One of the best teachers I have ever known, makes complicated subject material understandable and fun." Speaking of complicated and difficult subject material, every teacher in this building teaches important and valid subjects. The diverse curriculum students receive at Dennis Yarmouth allow for a complete and well-rounded high school education. But I think we can all agree that there are some subjects over others that are far more difficult for a typical high school student to understand. The courses that this year's recipient teaches have without a doubt some of the most difficult subject matter to teach and expect young minds to comprehend. You can ask any of the literally thousands of students who have had this teacher and they will all tell you the same thing. While the classes are tough and the expectations are extremely high, class is fair, class is fun, and you learn a lot. I'm especially proud to be the one who announces this year's Educator of the Year because this teacher was one of my teachers when I was a student at Dennis Yarmouth. I had much respect for him when I was a student, and that respect has only grown over the many years we have been colleagues. His amazing level of dedication, outstanding leadership, and superior teaching is one that I admire and one all teachers should use as a model. That's why it's my distinct pleasure to award this year's Educator of the Year to my former chemistry teacher and our phenomenal science department head, Mr. Charlie Costa.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to say I'm a little nervous at the moment. Probably not for the reason what you might think. I'm picturing Jake Stafford back there, getting up in the middle of the aisle and a flash mob breaking out. So if you could just hold that till the end. As Mr. Pendleton said, it really is an honor to receive this award. Coming from my fellow faculty members who work so hard, who care so much about their students, to be selected by them is truly an honor. I would suspect that there are Educators of the Year at schools all around the country, but I think we all know what a special place Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School is. And so to receive this award at this school is very special. I've been teaching for 30 years, 25 here at DY. I can't remember if Mr. Pendleton was in my very first year here at DY in 1989-90, but he probably doesn't remember all the chemistry that I taught him either, so I think we're even with that. So this is a special year for me, 2014. My son graduated from college this year. And I'm thinking about some of the things that people have said to me this week. I heard a rumor earlier this week that I was retiring. And I was like, well, where is that rumor coming from? And my wife was supposed to be helping me do something this morning with some other business that I'm involved with, and she's not there. She's supposedly at the dentist, but I have a feeling that she's... And my daughter, Christine, as well. Love you guys. And my mother-in-law. In reflecting on 25 years in teaching here at DY, I would like to acknowledge a few people. You know, one of the things that class of 2014 to take with you is that it's really important in your life to have mentors. Seek them out. They don't necessarily always seek you out. Whether you're going into the workforce or the military or college, find somebody and learn from them. And so one person that I would especially like to recognize, who is sitting here, is Mr. Owen Graff, who served as a mentor for me here at DY many years and who I owe much, much gratitude. A few other people that I would like to mention. I come from a family with a lot of educators, but there's two in particular that I would like to just acknowledge publicly. My aunt Sis Hudzik, who was an elementary school teacher for many years, loved to teach all kinds of subjects, but loved to teach science as well. And all the stories that she told me as a kid growing up in terms of being a teacher certainly impacted me and shaped my life. And most significantly, my dad, who passed away 7 years ago, was a lifelong educator, social studies teacher for a short while, and then served as an assistant principal in the Stratford, Connecticut school system for many years. And so all of these mentors have had an enormous impact on my life and hold a very special place in my heart. Class of 2014, you guys have worked hard. I know some of you are looking at the clock. Mr. Jenks will fill you in on the exact time, but you know, in somewhere around 24 hours from now, you guys will be graduating. I wish you all the best. It has been a pleasure to be the teacher for many of you, and you know, DY is a special place, and one of the things that makes us a special place is the students. And there's no doubt that we have a wonderful school. We have an incredible group of teachers. My science department is incredible. So many teachers who are deserving of this award. We collaborate all together, but you as students do more to enrich us as teachers than sometimes you know. So I would like to express my appreciation to all of you and wish you the best in your graduation.
And now, Sarah Rule.
Over the past 4 years, we've had the opportunity to learn from a variety of different teachers and witness administrators who have helped make DY an environment that we enjoy to be in, and continuously try and make that 7:22 bell not something we dread in the morning. Each and every teacher here has had a different impact on us, and some we've become close with over the years. Even though administration may not be teaching us in the classroom every day, we still have a lot to thank them for as well. Every member of our Dolphin family here at DY contributes to helping us as students become successful in all we do. Saying thank you every once in a while is important to help let teachers and staff know we appreciate them. But I believe it is also important to recognize those who are more behind the scenes. They let us pass through their offices unannounced. They help organize our schedule. They provide us seniors with options of scholarships. They get the, "Hi, I'm calling to dismiss" phone call. They're constantly handing out those bright yellow passes as we seniors slowly trickled in later and later. And most importantly, they greet each and every one of us with a smile every day, even on those days we were getting dismissed and they had to stay in for work. I can personally say that this is a group I will truly miss next year,
and I will never forget the positivity and light that they brought to my life here. I will never forget the impact they had on my 4 years here, and thank you doesn't even begin to express my gratitude for them. When I think of this group, one phrase in particular comes to mind: a role model. The definition of a role model is a person whose behavior, example, or success is or can be emulated by others, especially by younger people. I believe I can speak for everyone when I say this group is the proverbial glue that holds our Dolphin family together. Even this introduction doesn't do justice to the thanks they all truly deserve, but every bit counts. So without further ado, class of 2014, and the rest of the DY family, join me in thanking those people who dedicate every day to helping this school run. So, would Mrs. Dean, Mrs. Blanner, Ms. Coelho, Mrs. Kelly, Mrs. Whalen, and last but certainly not least, Mrs. Scala, please come up. From our class to you, we thank you for all you've done and continue to do to make our Dolphin family complete. Junior Class President Hiroto Watanabe.
Good morning, DY. We are gathered here today to honor and celebrate the excellent class of 2014. It is my pleasure as Junior Class President to honor these seniors. This class is composed of people who I'm happy to call my friends. It's rather difficult to describe this class of seniors, but for a good reason. Each and every single one of them is unique, and together they make the 2014 family. These seniors are active citizens in the community who are already having a profound effect on the world. In order to describe this class of seniors, I'd have to describe each and every single one of them. Some individuals include Mr. Keith Barnachet, someone who I've known since 7th grade, someone who's been a mentor to me, and is one of the only kids I know that likes to randomly teach people math. Adrienne D'Orlando, a kind-hearted young woman who loves science, and is one of the best goalies that I know. Mr. Fabian Elizondo, at the heart and soul of DY Pride. He never misses an important DY event. He was the host of the talent show and is the ultimate champion of the Spirit Week lunchtime games. Hard work and determination is in the blood of these seniors. They set goals and work restlessly to achieve them. They're musically and artistically gifted, and they practice to perfect their gift. They've earned their way to 2 Super Bowls. They've been a part of championship-winning teams in football, field hockey, cross country, track, volleyball, golf, and not to mention our marching band who are grand champions. This hard work has gotten these seniors into prestigious schools such as MIT, the UMass Amherst Honors Program, the United States Coast Guard Academy, and Colby College. Here are some words from Ronnie Oldham. Excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. And for that, this class, as individuals and as a group, is excellent. I challenge all the students in this gymnasium to exceed the class of 2014 by reaching higher and working harder. Because if you do, I can only imagine what we can accomplish together. I truly will sincerely will miss this class. Being able to know this group of students, and be able to call them my friends, has been an honor. After high school, it's college, or the workforce, or wherever life takes us. But this group, they'll always care for each other. They'll always be a dolphin. Seeing you all leave and walk across the stage on Saturday morning will be a bittersweet moment. But you'll all be moving on to bigger and better things. And as you move on, always remember, you're still all a Lagunatics. You guys are a part of the DY family, and it's a part of your roots. And you'll always be welcomed back with open arms. As you've offered me advice, this is my advice to you, class of 2014. Family means too much, friends are too valuable, and life is too short. So pursue what you love, and don't let anything stop you from being happy. Congratulations. And next up, I'd like to introduce Isabella Marino for a musical selection.
So we got our permanent records and all that in our files yesterday, and I was going through my report cards from all the years, and you know, they all kind of said the same thing, like bright student, a little bit chatty, you know, likes her classmates, talks too much. And looking at it, I was thinking, nothing's changed, you know, I still talk too much. But then I realized as I was writing this song for my senior class that everything has changed, and I'm so thankful for the 4 years that I've had here and for the impact that everyone here has had on my life. And so I hope you like my song. This is called Always Call Forever.
We talked for years about leaving this town. No idea in our minds how we'd be feeling right now. 4 years counting minutes to the day. Now we wish we hadn't counted it all away. They taught us how to read, showed us how to write, couldn't warn us how fast it could fly by. In our last days as I near the end, I can't help but think back to where we began. As I walk these halls, try to memorize it all. Every empty locker in our paintings on the walls. Wasn't till now, finally our turn, that we really think back to what we've learned. Friday Night Lights is more than a game, standing shoulder to shoulder, we wear the same name. There's no pool on the roof and the food's not half bad. Think back to all the good times we've had. We're the class of 2K14, come and sing it with me. Never giving up, 'cause that's just not us. We've laughed and we've fought and we've rallied all together. Now we have a family we'll always call forever. Now I ain't no Taylor Swift, but I thought I'd write this song for my peers and my teachers who have been here all along. And as this chapter ends, another one begins. All the stories we were writing through the rest of our life. And here's to surviving high school, never followed the rules, but looking at the crowd, I still feel very proud. As I walk these halls, I think about it all. Been here for so long, all the memories so strong. American Idol with my favorite English teacher. Thinking on it now, I'm really gonna miss her. Thank you for taking me to American Idol, Miss Provost. 'Cause Friday Night Lights is more than a game, standing shoulder to shoulder, we wear the same name. And as we near the end, I grab the hand of a friend, trying not to cry as we say our last goodbyes. We're the class of 2K14, come and sing it with me. Never giving up, 'cause that's just not us. They gave us our wings, now we have to fly.
Even if we're scared, we still have to try. We've laughed and we fought and we rallied all together. Now we have a family we'll always call forever. Cause Friday Night Lights is more than a game. Did it shoulder to shoulder, we wear the same name. There's no pool on the roof and the food's not half bad. Think back to all the good times we've had. We're the class of 2K14, come and sing it with me. Never giving up, cause that's just not us. They gave us our wings, now we have to fly. Even if we're scared, we still have to try. We've laughed and we fought and we rallied all together. Now we have a family we'll always call forever. Always call forever. Now we have a family we'll always call forever. Thank you.
And now, Connor Coughlin.
Well, class of 2014, here we are. All of a sudden, it's us in the middle of the gym with our beautiful DY dolphin green robes, surrounded by envious little rascals, wishing that they could go to the beach in, what, like half an hour? I wrote the speech like 2 weeks ago, and I was hoping it'd be a nice day, but it's not really a beach day after all, but it's all right. I remember where I sat the past 2 years during senior last assembly, right around there last year, where Hans is, and the year before I was this area. But it's so different now sitting in the middle here, especially now after this assembly is almost over, things are getting pretty emotional. I mean, think about it. In about 24 hours, we're graduating high school. That's it. That's a wrap. No more 722, no more 204. No more Friday night football, or proms, or spirit weeks, or gingerbread contests. Not even first, second, or third lunches. When I think about our class, one word immediately comes to my mind: lagunatic. We have changed the game of school spirit forever. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines a lagunatic as a member of Dennis Yarmouth Regional High School who eats, breathes, and sleeps DY pride. It all began when a little fellow named Spike Elizondo created a Twitter page named The Lagoon for the fan body of DY. The account was used to tweet everyday events at DY, including mostly sports headlines. The idea immediately caught fire, and soon enough, being a lagunatic became a way of life. The followers began to tally up, ranging from students to alumni to parents. Even ESPN reporters were frequently interacting with the Lagoon. We tailgated at games, and we even dressed in costumes for the away football game versus Nauset. It was a perfect time to be a senior for all of this. We were in charge, we made it happen. Most of you know that I actually attended Sturgis Charter School my freshman year. Regardless of being a DY enthusiast, I don't regret my experience at Sturgis, because if I didn't go there, I wouldn't realize and appreciate how wonderful our school is. You see, ever since I came to DY, I've sort of always compared the two schools. For one thing, our sense of togetherness and unity, not just with ourselves, but the other grades in this school, is remarkable. At Sturgis, the upperclassmen did their own thing, and they isolated themselves from poor little me. It makes me proud to know that our senior class is nothing like this. Our interaction between the other grades has brought the whole school of DY closer together. The underclassmen look up to us, and with the motivation we have displayed between academics, athletics, arts, and other things, we are giving back to the school by creating a brighter future of students following our example. I'm sure many of you are familiar with the classic movie, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Well, I've been inspired by the main character, Ferris, ever since I saw the movie like 8 years ago. It wasn't so much his ridiculous strategies to avoid school which made me so fond of his character, but rather simply his positive optimism. I'll never forget his famous quote, which he opens the movie and concludes with, "Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it." Thanks to this quote, I've enjoyed every minute of my ride through DY. The memories we've had together will last a lifetime. I'll never forget our experience at Gillette. The atmosphere was just overwhelming. Between the fans and the band, the whole place was electric. And our boys on the field certainly made us proud. I'll never forget the a cappella performance of We Can't Stop by Miley Cyrus during Senior Showcase. I'll never forget Jacob Paulina's kickoff return junior year against Sandwich as time ran out to win us the game. I'll never forget getting kicked out of the hockey games versus Nasser for being just a little too inappropriate, but what I consider enthusiastic. And you better believe I'll never forget beating Nasser every single year of our high school lives in the Chowder Cup. I'm happy to say that we've made the most of high school and have endless memories in order to prove it. So listen, for the most part, it's kind of unlikely that the school won't be able to function without us. Nevertheless, it just won't be the same. Yeah, the football team will still be good. Mike Dunn will probably have a few touchdowns, but the team certainly has a lot of holes to fill with 18 quality senior players gone. And I'm sure the band will keep on doing its thing, winning like every competition ever, but the energy and passion that Peggy O'Sullivan and Ethan Alexander bring to the table, that's not easy to replace. And who's going to hold down the fort in the drama department without Marilyn, Lizzie, and Deja? And my goodness, what is the student section going to be like without all of us? I could go on and on with examples of how DY will be missing out on us once we graduate, because every single one of you will be missed and has contributed. We've contributed significantly to all aspects of the school, whether it's for athletics, music, art, drama, or other activities the school had to offer. Just because our high school career is over, don't let these contributions go to waste. Now is just the time to apply what we've done at DY to bigger and better things going forth. Before I go, and we can all get out of here, I wanted to thank you, class of 2014. You guys have already contributed and accomplished so much over these 4 years, and it makes me so proud that the best is just yet to come with you guys. I'm so blessed to be a part of this class. These high school years have surely been one that I can look back on and smile, thanks to the friendships and memories I've made with all of you. It was an honor to be your president for our senior year. You all made the responsibility so much easier by being so hardworking and sincere. Part of me doesn't want to move on because we already have such a good thing going on in this building. Then again, after watching us progress through high school, I know we are ready to take on the real world. Follow your ambitions because I know you're all capable of big things. Tomorrow, let's live in the moment. Graduation is a huge accomplishment, so we might as well embrace it. Let's cherish our last time all as one, because after that, we're all going our separate directions. Although tomorrow will conclude our high school careers, accept your diploma with a smile and your head held high, because you know you made the most of your high school experience. Thank you for everything, class of 2014, and Viva Lagoon.
When I was younger, I actually had long hair, and I could do that thing Susanna did. But when I was in Boy Scouts, we had a scoutmaster, one of the scoutmasters, who always had 2 rules, and all we ever heard about was do your best. And the second rule was whenever we went anywhere, no matter what, leave it better than we found it. And that's what your class has done. You came here, you've done your best. It's been a pleasure working with you. You've grown, you've dazzled us. We will truly miss you, and you've made our school better. You're leaving something better than you found, and I thank you for that. Mr. Pendleton, if you please. Would everyone please stand? Wonderful job, DY. You are an outstanding audience.